So, has it ever happened, or have you ever thought about, I've got the DJI Mavic Pro and I'm starting to have battery issues, and how can I get a reliable battery? Because there may be some issues with some of the DJI replacement batteries for the Mavic Pro. And I want to talk about that and a good option for you coming right up. Well, I bring all this up for a reason because it was about a week and a half ago that I met with Jeff Sibelius from landandairphotography.com, and he also has a YouTube channel. I'll put a link to that right up here. And him and I, we got together to go fly some drones. Now, this man is extremely knowledgeable when it comes to drones and tutorials and what the rules and regulations are. So definitely go check out his channel. Now, very nice guy. We get together, we go out to the park. I turn on my Mavic Pro and I get a battery error that comes up on the screen. And it says that there is a broken cell. Now, I got the Fly More package, which came with 3 batteries. So then I tried battery number 2, and it's the same thing. A battery error, that there's a broken cell. And sure enough, one of the cell voltages was a little bit lower. So I got onto Google and Googled, is there a way to recover this? And some people said drain it completely. So I just stuck a battery in, turned the Mavic Pro on, let it drain completely down, and it still did not, when I charged it up, it did not recover that one cell. And it was the same cell. And it's a different cell on the second battery. And the strange thing is, one of the batteries only had 18 charge cycles, and the other one had 26 charge cycles, because when you look in your app, you can see how many charge cycles the battery's gone through. And I found that really odd because I was like, well, I've had the Mavic Pro for a little bit over 2 years, and I don't fly it every week. I fly it every couple of weeks, and it was just kind of disheartening. So then I went to my local Best Buy to check out some replacement batteries, and the salesperson there made a very valid point. He said, these batteries are over a year and a half old, which led me to think, well, if this is old stock, because I don't believe that DJI is selling brand new replacement batteries, even though when I look on the DJI site, I can see batteries and they're, I think, $119 or $129 each, which is expensive for a battery that possibly may be already a year and a half old, and you may only get 5 or let's say 10 charge cycles, flight cycles out of it before a cell goes bad. So I found an option online. Of course, I take a look on Amazon. I find, and I'm very sketchy about third-party batteries, not for my GoPro, not for any of my other action cameras, my FDR X3000, whatever. But when it comes to a drone, you have to think a drone is up in the air, and if it's a third-party battery, and for some reason that battery has a little bit of an issue, that drone can come down. And you can either, worst case scenario, hit somebody, cause some damage to somebody's vehicle or their house, or in your personal problem would be you just wrecked a $1,500 drone. So I was really nervous about checking out batteries. So I found this battery on Amazon, and I've done a couple flights with the batteries. It's a 2-pack. And what's really amazing is it is a smart, intelligent battery, so it works with the DJI Mavic Pro. The DJI 4 app had no problem recognizing it, serial number, no issue with firmware, nothing. It fired up just fine, flew as normal, and I even monitored the battery while I was flying to see was there any fluctuations in voltages or anything. It's rock solid. The only thing I can say is out of the couple flights out of these 2 batteries, and by the way, these 2 batteries are less than one DJI battery. So from my flights with the Mavic Pro on both of these new batteries, the only thing I've noticed is probably a little bit less flight time, even though the voltage is the same, the milliampere hour is the same. It was a couple of minutes. I mean, we're not talking about going from 18 to 20 minutes down to 10 minutes. It was probably 18 to 20 is now around 16 to 18 minutes of flight time. But is that a bad thing? No. But keep it in mind. I just wanted to kind of touch on this video just for those of us out there that do have the DJI Mavic Pro. We do have to remember that, DJI, they are coming out with new products all the time. And when I reached out to DJI regarding the replacement battery, they could not guarantee me that it was not old stock. So that just makes me a little bit worried about, if it's old stock, why spend $129 or $119 for a battery that is going to possibly crap out on you in the next couple of flights, and it has a bad cell where you can actually just get a third-party battery and be able to fly comfortably, fly safely, and have a little bit of peace of mind. There's only a couple of things about this replacement battery that are a little bit different. The first one is the lighting system, but that's okay. That's, the way that they do the LED lights for the power is just a little bit different. Did it charge the same way on my 4 battery charging hub that I got with the Fly More package? Yes, charged just the same way. The color is a little bit different. It's a little bit lighter shade of that gray, but that's not a big deal. And what I want to do is I'll show you some footage of the battery error that I got and flying it for the first time, because I was a little bit, nervous because it is a third-party battery flying an expensive drone. But I want to share that footage with you real quick, and then I'll get back with my final thoughts. And it says cannot take off. Why it can't take off? Well, let's take a look. Battery error. So if you can read that, it says battery cell error, and this is on the Mavic Pro battery, so it won't fly, and the rear light is flashing red. So, and of course on the controller it says battery error, so let's try a different battery. I also just want to show about the battery error. It shows 3.96, 4.1, 4.1, well, 4.11, 4.12. So this is apparently the bad cell. So this is my 2-year-old battery. I've only got 26 recharges on this one. And here's the new third-party replacement battery. Color's just a little bit different, but let's see if this one works. Turn on the remote control. Turn on the craft. This is ready to fly, but no GPS, vision only. Still searching for satellites.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Alright, I've got 10 satellites locked. It's ready to go. But let's take a look at the battery voltage. 4.2, 4.2, 4.2. So let's take her for a flight and see how she does. So, all in all, if you can save a little bit of money, and I just wanted to pass this along, it's something to kind of be aware of. And I bring that up because the DJI Spark is now no longer produced or it's no longer in production from DJI. So you cannot purchase a brand new DJI Spark anymore. So eventually the Spark batteries are going to be a problem in the next year or so or especially for the owners that just use them all the time. Part of it may be, and I've got mine on a 10-day discharge cycle for my Mavic Pro batteries. And, comment below for all of you battery geeks out there that know a little bit more about this than I do when it comes to drone batteries. Is there a specific day drain cycle that you should do? How often should you charge the batteries? Somebody had even said never, ever, ever leave a battery plugged into a drone while you're storing it. So if you're a drone expert, please comment below. Let me know about these drone batteries because I'm still kind of a novice. And by the way, Jeff Sibelius, if you're watching, if you have any 2 cents that you'd like to add in, please post that down below and I'll be sure to pin it so that these other drone enthusiasts out there, they can kind of get a heads up because we never really think about, wow, what's going to happen to the batteries with these drones? We think about batteries with the Osmo Pocket and all that stuff, but anyway, link in the description below to these 2 batteries and also link to Jeff's channel so that you can check him out and be sure to subscribe. I'll be posting up Jeff's video from him and I when we were flying, and the dude's got some really, he's got the Autel Evo, he's got the Typhoon H Plus, he's got the Typhoon H, he's got the Mavic 4 Pro, which has been re-released by DJI, and I'll do a video on that as well. But hopefully I'll get our collaboration video finished up here in the next week. But until the next video, I hope you guys have yourself a good day. I hope it was informative. If it was, consider subscribing, give the video a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, hit that thumbs down button 2 times. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.